What's up, y'all? So, right now, I'm feeling this energy that you are in where everybody wants you, but not everybody can have you. So, right now, you are just wanting what, going for what you want, and you are being very decisive, and people love it. You are very charismatic, and people love you, and they just want to be around you. You're focused on being your true self, and you're not letting anybody distract you. And this is what draws you to people. Like how you see yourself is what matters right now. In the past, you may have been focused on how other people see you. You may have been worried or consumed about the thoughts of other people. But now, all you're worried about is how you see yourself, and you know that that is all that matters. So, anything that is not aligned with who you are, you move on from. And this is your way of building a positive, strong spiritual team around you that can support you and give you what you need. And also, your ancestors love you. They want you to know that they know it's been very hard, and that you've been going through a lot of difficult times, right? And there's a lot of people that have been trying to drain you of your energy. Um, but just know that your ancestors and your spirit guides are with you, and they're here to protect you. And that this year is going to be a year where you will have no spiritual attacks and you will be protected. So I suggest taking like a spiritual cleanse your energy, and just protect yourself, because everybody wants you, but not everybody can have you. And just your heart is just very courageous, and feeling a lot of like lion energy, lion heart. So like when people can't control you, it makes them angry, right? People are mad that they can no longer like control you, and then they become your enemy when they can't control you, right? They love you when they can control you, when they can make you their puppet, right? But you no longer are allowing that. Your energy on the inside is like just shining on the outside, right? And your strength to prevail and to conquer is what is shining on the outside, and what is a magnet to other people. And you just stand out. You stand out from the rest. Like things that are meant to hurt other people, you are able to transform that pain into power. So you are just like in this amazing energy right now. So get used to this phase. Like this is your new life, right? It might not make sense right now, but you need to just like trust the process. You are in this high priestess energy right now. And you know that like loving yourself for yourself and not for somebody else is how you're going to ascend. Like you've learned in the past like to not let somebody else occupy so much space in your mind, that when you make changes, you should be able to make them because of yourself and not because of another person. You may have asked yourself, why can't I improve myself without thinking about somebody else, right? That's anxious attachment. Like, why does there have to be another person involved for me to make change? So now you're at the point where you're able to make changes for yourself, and not because something happened with somebody else, but just simply because you can recognize the places where you can grow, right? So you are just, right now, you're like forbidden fruit. Like people should tread very lightly when they're approaching you, because people want to be around you. They want your power. It's like it's like, think of like kings and queens. Everybody wants to be loved by a king or a queen, or to love a king or queen, right? And they want to be around your energy, but not everybody can. People just crave it, and they need it, and so it's like forbidden. It's like forbidden, right? Um, yeah, but you're just your authenticity, and because you are genuine, you don't try to fit into any crowd, right? You're just in your own lane, and it's just important to remember that sometimes being in your own lane can be lonely, but that's just part of your journey, right? You don't have no traffic because there's not a lot of people like you. So being in your own lane is okay, but just know that some days are boring, right? Some days it's just not always going to be fun and exciting, just being, but it's peaceful, right? So being on your own journey and in your own lane can sometimes be lonely, and it's just something that you have to accept, right? It's part of the path. You had to let a lot of people go on this journey, and you had to release something that wasn't healthy, and because you did that, you elevated and you moved on. You just had to heal from abandonment issues, and now you're not scared to lose people because you've lost so many people already that it's not scary to you anymore. You're just so used to it. And because you've healed from this can attract angry people, this can attract jealousy, and this can attract envy. So, again, protect yourself. You are in alignment with your soul mission. You're very innovative, and you're a future thinker, right? You're always thinking like very many years ahead. And this is a journey about like teaching you about yourself, right? The more you learn about yourself, the more you learn about the world around you, because we're all connected. So just know that everything you're praying for is on its way to you. And there are going to be people who are not happy about this, right? People are jealous. But you've experienced a lot of pain, and you needed to be enlightened spiritually. And you see yourself in a way now that you haven't always seen yourself. You weren't in a space of like receiving guidance, right? You were just in so much darkness and going through so much trauma and pain and drama and chaos that your brain couldn't handle anything else, right? You weren't in a space to be enlightened. And you had to go through these things. You had to let go of mindsets that didn't serve you. And now your crown chakra is activated, right? You are a highly valued person, and you are where you're meant to be, and your old life is gone, right? You were unable to hear your spirit guides and your intuition because of the noise. But yeah, you are going through a massive change, and this hurtful event, or the hurtful events that have happened, will help you transform your pain into power. You're just receiving divine restoration for everything that you've lost. And just know that you're meant to be among the greatest, right? And you're being guided to release what doesn't serve you. You're a healer, and you're being guided to heal, but you need to work on yourself first, and something has to go. Sometimes your perspectives can be your own like devil, right? They are just illusions, deceptions, and lies, right? Sometimes in your own mind, right? And they can be your own evil. So let it go, right? Let it go. You realize that you can't be who you are and also who you want to be at the same time. You can't keep doing the same things, right? Like everything that you've done in the last 3 months is why you are where you are today, right? It's 100% your fault. And that old person who you used to be has to die for you to become who you want to be. So, for example, like, I don't know, if you are somebody who goes out, who drinks, who hangs out a lot, hangs out late at night, which there's nothing wrong with that. But if you wanted that to change, if you wanted something different for your life, you got to change those things, right? If you're somebody who wakes up and you pick up your phone out of habit and you check your social media and just every day, like, you can change that, right? At the end of the day, you have to take take the steps and make the decisions for you and make the sacrifices that you need to make yourself better. So, you can pray, you can hope all you want, right? But you do have to take the steps. And the journey is the real focus, right? Not the end goal. I know you've heard this before, but the way you build yourself up, the way you work to make yourself better, the day to day, those are the things that matter, right? So, like, just as a reminder, like, don't always like wish for the end goal and imagine the end goal and fantasize about the end goal so much to where you forget to enjoy the process that you're in right now of getting there, right? Like, the process is beautiful, and you transforming into this butterfly is beautiful. Yeah, so just be grateful for what you have and don't expect to deserve everything. Don't just deserve to wake up and get everything handed to you. Things don't just fall into place just because you want them to, right? You have to take action. And the purpose of life is, like, to be okay with what's happening right now. And if you want a better version of yourself, then you got to do A, B, and C, right? Like, when you start changing your perception of how the world works, you realize that there's like other things that you can focus on, right? So, letting go of all those negative things that are consuming your mind, you can learn about so many other things in the world. There's so many other things that you can focus on. How banks work, how government works, how spirituality works. Like, there's just so many things that you can fill your mind with to better yourself. But what really matters is, like, who you are to you, and, like, not comparing yourself to others, right? Putting yourself first. Yeah, so it's just a really good energy that I'm feeling, and new changes coming ahead, you know. But yeah, I just encourage you to step into this new you. And sometimes that means also, like, letting go of the people around you that are no longer serving you. Sometimes you feel like you want to hang on to these people because you grew up with them, you've known them forever or whatnot. But, like, sometimes those people are not who you want to be when you grow up or when you evolve, People change. But you have to be willing to make those sacrifices, right? And you got to make sure that you don't sacrifice who you are to make others happy, right? So, good luck on this journey, and I'm excited to be feeling this positive energy. And yeah, just remember to stay strong, protect yourself, protect your energy, because, like I said, everybody is wanting you right now, and not everybody can have you. So remember that. Protect yourself, protect your energy, and remember who you are. And don't let nobody distract you from your goals. And remember, you have a bigger purpose, you have a bigger mission here. So don't be distracted. Don't let the world pull you down, because trust me, they will stay trying to pull you down. So good luck, be strong, and I'll talk to you all next time.